In this lesson, we're going to explore exterior angles of a triangle. So to make sure we understand exterior angles, we need to understand what interior angles are as well. So if I have a triangle, and so I'm going to look at this triangle right here. Okay, notice that the interior angles are the regions that are inside that triangle. My exterior regions are the angles, so highlighted in blue, that are outside of my triangle. An exterior angle, so what exactly is it? So let's break it down. So if I just had my triangle, and let's get rid of all of the other lines, an exterior angle is if I extend it out, okay? So an exterior angle is an extension of my line, and it is the sum of the two non-adjacent. I like to call these the remote interior angles. Now, why do I call them the remote interior angles? Well, remember remote, like the way a remote control works is that I can operate my TV from far away. If I look at this diagram right here, I would say that my remote angles, and I'm going to label them right here, angle A is remote and angle B is remote because it is the farthest inside angle away from D. See, angle C is really, really close. It's the closest interior angle. So there's a trick that says if you add angle A and angle B together, it's equal to this exterior angle D. Now let's go ahead and prove that. Something that I would find helpful to write down is one of these two things. So in a triangle, A plus B equals D, or I like to think of it as the remote angles because no matter which way my triangle is oriented, I can always find my two remote angles and they're equal to my exterior. So let's look at our first example. So it says we want to find the measure of my exterior angle. Now, before we use our rule, I want to kind of just say, well, why does it work that way? So if I look at this triangle right here and I extend my side, notice what I have just created is a line, which makes, if I start here and draw my arc all the way over to here, that's a total, because it's a line, it's a total of 180 degrees. Now we know, and we've talked about, that if I go part of the way and that's to 60, I can find this remaining amount, angle X, by just taking 180 and subtracting what I started with. So an 80 minus 60 is 120. So this exterior angle, angle X, equals 120. Now, I know that if I look at the inside of my triangle, and my rule that we looked at the last page said remote plus remote equals the exterior. I like R plus R equals the exterior. If I look at that, angle X is right here on the outside. This angle 60 and this angle 60 are my furthest away angles. If I add those two angles together, 60 plus 60, it gives me 120. Okay, so notice these are the same. Does that always work? Well, let's look at another example. If I wanted to find angle X, that means I would need to know one of two things. Either I would need to know this last inside angle, this last interior angle, and because this is a straight line, I could subtract from 180. Let's go ahead and do that. So in order to find that last interior angle, we would add these two angles together. 32 plus 20 is 52. To get that last interior angle, remember we take our total of our triangle and subtract 52. Let's use a calculator for that. 180 minus 52 is 128. So that last interior angle, I'm going to erase the I and write the number in, 128. Now, in order to get angle X, if this is a straight line, I'm going to take 180 and subtract 128. And that's going to give me 52. Notice that I'm just undoing my subtraction. 180 minus 52 is 128, and 180 minus 128 is 52. So instead of doing that initial subtraction, hey, I know that these two angles added together, okay, according to my rule, my remote plus my remote should always equal my exterior. 52 is my remote angle plus my remote angle. So what is that angle x? Angle x is equal to 52. Okay, let's look at one last example. Take a second, pause it, and see if you can figure out what angle x is, and then press play. All right, so according to my rule, because my exterior angle's over here and these two angles are the furthest ones away, 32 plus 36 plus 72 should be my exterior angle. Let's test it out. 36 plus 72 is 108. So I'm going to make a prediction it's 108. Let's just confirm one last time using the long way. In order to find that exterior angle, I'm going to find my last interior. Because these two added together is 108. To find my last interior, I'm going to take 180 and minus 108, which is a grand total of 180 minus 108. 72. So that last interior angle is 72. Because this is a straight line, if I go here to stop at 72, okay, to go all the way it's 180, so 180 minus 72. And notice I'm just undoing the subtraction I did right here. So 180 minus 72 is 108. So sure enough, my remote plus remote equals my exterior angles work. And that's my answer. Hey, take a second, try the assignment on Alex. If you have any questions, please reach out and have a good day.